So I thought to myself, we haven't done a view of the mailbag for quite some time. And looking back, when I say quite some time, I actually mean many, many months. It's getting on for about 6 months since I went through the mailbag. And some of these I've answered on the channel, so I apologise for this. But I thought we would go through some of the questions that have been asked on the mailbag, and I'll give you my take on them. Right, so here we go. Okay, so the first question comes from Diego, and Diego says, does it need an audio interface to connect to a laptop? So his question is specifically around the TR-8. So the answer to that is categorically no, you don't need an audio interface. The TR-8 will actually present 8 channels of drum information, so the bass drum, the snare drum, the toms, etc. All those will be on separate channels and presented to your laptop via USB. So you can obviously use each one of those channels individually, assign them to a track in your DAW, and away you go. Now, if you're not using USB, the answer to the question is obviously yes, you will, but you will only get the 2 mix channels, the stereo mix channels, plus the 2 assigns. Okay, so I hope that helps. So the next question, again another recent question, is from Mark. Mark says, I bought a Yamaha FC3A to use with an Akai MPK88 and had to reverse the CC data range with the MPK88 because the pedal has no switch to reverse the polarity. Yeah, this is a common problem. However, I noted that the pedal still doesn't assign a constant CC value of 0, 0 to when my foot is off the pedal. Does the Korg DS1H give you a full range from 000 to 127? I'm searching for another option versus the Yamaha. So I thought I'd answer this one because I did answer it on the channel, but I thought I'd actually make a specific point of this. Some manufacturers, like Yamaha, tend to tune their pedals to work with their pieces of equipment. And what I mean by that is the pedal itself will be set to work between a certain voltage range, and the equipment that it's being plugged into is also set to work to the same voltage range. Now, if a different piece of equipment is working on a slightly wider or narrower voltage range, you'll find that you won't be able to as easily access all the values from 0 to 127, which is what pretty much the question was being asked for. What I would say here is, if you want a good universal pedal, then what I will be looking for is probably, if it's a half damper, I'd go for the Roland DP10, and if it was a standard pedal, I'd go for either a second-hand DP6 or a DP5, if you can get hold of those, because they're absolutely bulletproof, and they seem to work, as far as I can see, with my setup on every single keyboard but the Kronos. The Kronos definitely needs a DS1H in my experience to get the full range of values and effects. Unfortunately, I don't have an FC3A. I'm using a stag pedal with my DX7, and that works beautifully, but then literally it's an on and off. Okay, the next question is from Kareen. Hey Music Tech Guy, today I'm getting into my T1 per your videos. I'm excited to have found you because I want to take good care of my keyboard. Anyway, I was wondering if at some point you can make a video of how to replace the joystick and or the floppy drive. Currently my joystick sometimes acts like it's being bent and give me vibrato or pitch where I do not want it. Let me know if you can do that. Thanks, you're my hero. Well, I'm not your hero, but thank you very much. I will actually do a video showing you how to get into the joystick and also into the floppy drive. I have to be honest and say I'm actually thinking about putting a USB floppy drive into my T1 rig, and at the moment the thing that's stopping me is the transfer software. Now I think I found the transfer software, However, I now need to go and source an old laptop or an old desktop to be able to do the transfer. Keep your eye on the messages on the channel, and I will show you where I'm going to go and get the software from, and where I'm going to get the laptop from. And if it all works, great, I'll do a video about it. If it doesn't, I'll sort of eat humble pie. But if I can do it, then I think I'm going to probably replace the disk drive with one of these other pieces, and then just transfer all the discs I have, and I'm building up quite a library of discs for the T1 now, over to a USB stick. You can get 100 discs on one USB stick, so it sort of starts to make a lot of sense. Okay, the next one comes from Ian. Saw your video on the MX1 USB power issues. I'm having the same issue. From what I have read, you need a USB wide cord, split power and audio MIDI to run more than one boutique. This is less than ideal. Roland certainly missed a point for anyone getting into their new range. I'm with you. They should give you the option of individual power. Actually, a lot of people have responded to that video I made about USB, and also about me trying to get the damn thing working. And yes, I can do it with the USB, and thank you, Gary, who has sent me through links to a video, as has Don. So I'm going to try that out. I said on the channel last week I've ordered the cables, so we'll get that working one way or the other. But thank you, Ian. I do hope Roland start listening to us about this is not the best and the most ideal way of introducing this new line of equipment. I had hoped with the SE1 that somebody might be listening, but alas.
So this is the point in the video where I turn around to you and say, if you enjoyed the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up. It allows other people to find this content more easily that you have enjoyed. I'm sure by now, if you didn't like the content of the video, you've probably given me a thumbs down, but I'd prefer if you didn't. If you'd like to be notified about when I post additional content to this channel, somewhere about here should be the subscription icon. So please click on there and subscribe to the channel. Over here should be other content that you may enjoy that I've already done or posted to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again.